Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Time War podcast. Today, we're just gonna do a short reaction to this massacre that happened earlier today again with Barca Bayern game.
Mm.
Um, I'll just say, wow. That's all I have to say. Like, it was a absolute massacre, decimation, lubrication. Like, no words. Messi should leave. That's all I have to say. Wow, and
Really,
Messi should leave. Yeah.
that's a strong reaction.
Yes, for sure. There's a lot of change that needs to happen from the top to all the way down to the players, coach, and all that. And
Mm.
I don't even know who the next coach is gonna be because they already sacked Setien. So, but yeah, okay, go ahead, Anish.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this was a crazy game. So I feel like some of the things we predicted from Tuesday's podcast came to fruition, especially from a Bayern perspective. I feel like their attack was spot on. I feel like
Yep.
they did pretty much exactly what we would predict them to do. They didn't change the way they played. They kept a high line. They built from the back. They used their center backs to progress the ball. They engaged the wide areas. They created wide overloads. You saw Gnabry, even who started as a right winger, but it moved on to the left side anyway to overload with Perisic over there, and it just caused Barcelona so many issues. Semedo had a torrid night in defense and created very little going forward as well.
Yep.
Davies torched him. Davies and Gnabry impressed me a lot in this game, especially the goal Gnabry scored and the dribble that Davies did on Semedo. He looked like a young fullback from South America, like a
Mhm.
young Marcelo or a young Roberto Carlos. He had callbacks to those two like very great players. He is incredible in the way that he plays. He tracks back and covers his positioning with blistering pace. He has the confidence and the know-how and the wit to get forward with the incredible speed. He has the skills to completely bamboozle his marker. I mean, he just took Samato apart in that one move where Kimmich ended up scoring off of a cross or a square ball, I should say, that Davies put across the face of goal, and it was a very easy goal for Kimmich to score. But the work that Davies did in the build up to that, the play he actually dribbled to two Barcelona players, got to the touchline, engaged Semedo, and just destroyed him in that 1v1 situation. And the Bayern attacked a lot down that left hand side today, sometimes down the right as well, but they used the flanks a lot. I mean, and Barcelona, Setien, he did not do the smart thing, which was to congest the midfield, keep the ball in the central channels, um, transition and attack Bayern down that central space. Use Messi and Suarez's positioning to split Bayern center backs, and just like go down that central avenue during transitions to catch Bayern out. They tried to engage Bayern on the flanks where they were numerically disadvantaged, and more importantly, Barca don't have actual pacey wingers to get in behind Bayern Munich and cause them issues.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll see a team like Man City to do that, but Barcelona had nothing to offer going forward. I mean, they did get in behind at times, but it was just so easy for Bayern to catch up to them, the Bayern defense to track back and catch up to them and intercept any ball over the top, any through ball, any runs in behind. It was just too easy, and I feel like Barcelona really looked dejected.
Yep.
Right after the first goal, went in. The fact that they couldn't score a goal until very sort of late in the game. I wouldn't say very late, but sort of late in the game.
Mhm.
Suarez, good skill. It was a pretty good goal. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty good goal by Suarez. Boateng did get destroyed in the game in a weird way because I mean, I really don't think he'll care.
of
But
course.
Suarez definitely scored a good goal. But despite that, I think he needs to go. I
Yep.
think Messi should part ways with the team. The problem with Barcelona is right now that everything just goes through Messi. Every attacking move, every single build up. He's the one who's carrying the ball. He's the one who's like the outlet. He's the one who's the playmaker. He's the hub of the action. So you need more avenues than that. Bayern had Gnabry they can like use as an outlet. They had Thomas Muller they can go to. They had balls over the top of Lewandowski. They had Perisic. They had Coman coming out from the bench. They had Coutinho coming out the bench for creativity. He got an assist as well. So like they just had so many more options. And even though you don't have that one player who's as talented as Messi, it's better to have a team that knows what they're doing and has many different options and outlets to attack from, and that's what Barcelona were sorely lacking. This is a team that at one time had the strongest midfield in Europe. Some of the best creative players ever to grace the pitch,
Mm-hmm.
and to see them so devoid of ideas is just like it was troubling to watch. Um, I mean, as a Madrid fan, I wish that we had a stronger team right now. I mean, our attack itself is not that good, but when I saw this Bayern team, when I saw Barcelona getting in behind and challenging them a little bit, like I feel like with our record against Bayern Munich, if we had a proper front four to engage them, I feel like we would. I feel like we're the only team. I mean, like in the past 10 years, we're the only team that a full strength Bayern Munich that we could challenge them and go toe to toe with them and engage them. With the wingers that we've had in the past. Obviously, not right now. I mean, nobody's strong enough. I think right now, Man City is a maybe, but their defense has question marks all over it as well. But I feel like their attack can ask some questions of this Bayern backline. But I feel like Bayern might go for a more conservative approach in that game as well. And to round off, like if Bayern managed to get past the semis, this team is just too good in its chemistry, too good in its combination play, too good in its utilizations of the wide spaces. So I don't see Leipzig doing anything. If it's Leipzig in that final, I don't see PSG doing anything. I see PSG getting overwhelmed by the press that Bayern used, the press that Hansi Flick has incorporated and instilled into the team.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like Bayern will overwhelm PSG or Leipzig, and I feel like City is the last and best challenge for Bayern Munich to face. And if they surpass that as well, if they get through this obstacle, uh, they will be crowned champions of Europe in the year of our Lord 2020. So that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, there isn't really much to say about it after, it's like what can you say other than just, or what can you do other than just applaud them?
You have to.
Yeah.
And applaud Flick and the way he's turned
Oh yeah,
the
for
team
sure.
around ever since Kovac was sacked. Because with Kovac, I mean, this could have been a much closer game. An incompetent manager that he was against an incompetent manager and management of Barcelona, so it could have been a strange game with Kovac rather than a one-sided one.
Yeah, for sure. And
Mm-hmm.
it's funny. There's on Twitter, I saw you reply to something earlier. It was
Mm-hmm.
a poll from, who was it, from Talk FCB, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was if if some fans would rather have won and keep Bartomeu, or lose like this and then
Mm-hmm.
lose Bartomeu and then like get Bartomeu out.
Yeah. A new board.
Yeah, and it was surprising to you, I guess. Why was it surprising?
Because it just shows this. I mean, as a Barca fan, like, what do you think of the board? Because I think like it just shows the majority of you guys like would rather take the L and go back to ground zero if it means like making fundamental changes to the club and the hierarchy and the way that it's organized and the way that you buy players and like the values that you have.
Mm,
I think it's time to let Messi go. I think he was the best player for Barcelona today. He was the best player for Barcelona this season, but I mean,
mm-hmm.
you need something different now, dude. It's time for something different. He's 33. We parted ways with Ronaldo, and it's hard. It was hard last season. It's still hard now, but especially in the Champions League. But at some point, you need to like call it quits.
Yeah,
Call it quits when the going's good, because like as said in the Dark Knight, you either die a hero or live long enough to see
exactly.
yourself become the villain. And many people who don't understand football at a very deep level are blaming Messi for this one. It's really that Barca were outclassed by the much better team, the much younger team, the team with the more number of attacking options in Bayern Munich.
Yeah, for sure. But
Mm.
we'll see what happens. Cause I
Mm.
think there was a, I don't know if it was actually words from Messi himself, but
Mm.
just seeing reports of him saying that he won't stay and that unless changes are made, so by 2021,
He should go regardless, in my
yeah,
opinion. He really
I
should.
think so, and
And
because once
mm,
in 2021 Bartomeu will leave anyway,
mm,
and by that time, if Messi leaves, get the most money you can get out of him, because I think maybe
mm,
what you can get 150 million for him,
mm.
maybe more, but yeah, I would assume Man City would take, like if they hear he's for sale, boom, they'll like go after him for sure.
Mm.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. That's far in the future, but
Mm.
sadly, this is well, it kind of has been, but this is like it has been their rock bottom, but this is just like I don't know.
It
It's
seems
sad.
that there's new lows like every
Yes.
season, and it is, even as a Madrid fan, it's weird to see, like, and it's kind of sad to see a once great team, like a team with the most
Mm.
powerful like front three in Europe, like that good that like basically won before the kickoff,
Mm.
now like go to this low.
The
It,
end
it
of
is really
yeah,
weird to see.
the end of an era. But yeah, so that's it, guys. But maybe we'll do another short reaction video after the game tomorrow
Yep,
to
for sure.
to see because maybe who knows, like that game is it seems like it should be easy, but it could be it's kind of unpredictable too because of
Hmm.
Man City have lost to Leon before. But um yeah, so if let's say, well, it doesn't, regardless who wins, we'll do we can do another tactical analysis
Yep, on Tuesday.
for
Yep,
both
yep,
semis actually,
yep.
or two
Yeah.
separate videos for each semi.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that's it, guys. And we'll see you next time.